What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? It's your boy Goblin, and today we're coming in with a video talking about the time that I smoked some weed and passed the fuck out. Hope you guys do enjoy this video. Drop a like if you do. And also, I do want to mention real quick, if you guys do want to ask some questions for my upcoming Q&A and all future Q&A videos, instead of YouTube comments with the hashtag, what I'm going to be doing is using the new Instagram feature where you guys can ask questions directly on my story, and I just post a story and it stays up for 24 hours and you guys just ask away, and then I use those responses in the video because I feel like that's a lot more convenient for everyone, because then you're not on YouTube watching a whole video to ask a question. You're just scrolling through Instagram and you can just do it really quickly. So follow my Instagram. That'll be linked in the top of the description if you guys do want to ask some questions or just see my posts. Follow it either way. Instagram's fun. I like it a lot. But let's dive right into it. So this happened quite a while ago, and you know, I want to preface this by saying that the night before I hadn't slept a single second. You know, I'd been up all night playing games, working on shit, making videos, admittedly, and I was very, very tired, but I couldn't sleep because I had responsibilities and things to do during the day. And you know, I hit up my boy Chris, who is a very, very frequent character in these videos, and, you know, he hits me up, and we're talking, I'm like, what you on? He's like, oh, dude, you gotta come over, and I'm like, why? And he's like, dude, I got this super gas right now, and I'm dead tired, you know, I'm dead tired, but, like, I'm still down to smoke a blunt if it's the super gas, you know? Like, I felt like I had to. Like, deep down, I knew, like, dude, I'm totally gonna fall asleep or, like, pass the fuck out from this. Like, I'm so tired. I'm not ready for this. But I still went anyways. So I pull up to Chris's house. It's, like, 3 p.m. And the day before, I woke up at, like, 8 a.m. So I hadn't slept in quite a long time, and I sleep a lot, you know, I sleep a lot. I'm not used to doing that super often. So either way, you know, I get over to Chris's house, we shake up, we sit down in his garage. He's already got a blunt pre-rolled. Now, we're sitting there chatting, we're cooling it, we're booling it, we're just kind of discussing the weed, and he's showing it to me. He's got his phone flashlight on it, and my heart's skipping beats, halfway because I'm tired, and also half because, you know, the weed is beautiful. So it was just overall quite the experience. And, you know, I found in my experience also that when you haven't slept much or at all the night before, if you smoke, you don't get nearly as high. I don't know what it is, but maybe it's just because you're just so burnt out. But for me, at least, I don't get nearly as high. I just get really, really tired and pass the fuck out. And that's eventually what happened, but I'll get to that. So, you know, we spark up this blunt. We're smoking it. And I feel myself just getting ready to knock out. I'm sitting in a, you know, not a couch. I'm just on a normal, like, office chair with, like, wheels on it in his garage. He's got a bunch of little chairs around there. And, you know, I'm just sitting on this thing, smoking this blunt. Him and I are just playing some games, you know, cooling it. And we finished this blunt maybe 10, 15 minutes. And we're chilling for another 20 minutes. And, you know, I had to go fairly soon. And we're just kind of hanging out, playing some PlayStation. And I get about ready to go, you know? So I'm about to, like, stand up, right? And I'm getting ready to go. I'm like, okay, you know, I think it's time for me to dip. I need to knock out. Like, I really need to go to bed, because I didn't have many other obligations or responsibilities left after this. I was like, all right, I'm tapping out. So I'm getting ready, and I kind of start to stand up, you know, and get ready to go. And I don't make it very far up. I you know, kind of maybe am half a second into the standing up process, if even, like, just I'm barely off the seat. I'm talking my ass is like 3 inches off the seat, not 3 inches, like 9 inches, 10 inches off the seat, excuse me, I feel like is a more fair estimate. And, you know, I just kind of, the weird thing is, I don't know how to describe it, but the odd thing is, I didn't, like, pass out mentally. Like, mentally I knew what was happening, but I just couldn't control it. I blinked, and, you know, my eyes just they wouldn't open up, you know, and it seemed like it lasted all of eternity. You know, it seemed like this is going on for, like, a whole 3 minutes, you know, and I just kind of fell back into the chair, and luckily I didn't fall that hard. I didn't hurt myself or anything. And immediately after I fell back down, I woke back up, like, I snapped out of it. And Chris noticed and he's like, "Oh shit, like, are you okay, bro? Like, what happened?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm all right, And clearly I wasn't all right. In my head, I was like, "Am I all right? Like, am I about to fucking die, dude? Like, that's kind of lame. I still I have weed to smoke. Like, I can't die if I'm not out of weed. That's stupid, So in my head, I was a little worried. And he's like, "Oh shit, bro. Like, don't leave yet. Don't drive nowhere. Like, just chill out. Like, stay here for a minute." And I was like, "Oh yeah, okay." So I'm just sitting on the couch. He grabs me a cup. He grabs me something to drink. And I moved over to the couch because the office chair wasn't the comfiest thing in the world. And I'm just kind of chilling there. I'm wide awake at this point. I don't know what it was. Like, this entire ordeal of me being passed out, quote unquote, it was very strange, lasted maybe 2 seconds, if even, like a second, probably. And it never happened again. That's the strange thing. I don't recall this ever happening again, if I really think about it. I don't think it has. No. And, it's very weird to me because I thought I had like a medical problem, so I was like Googling a bunch of shit when I got home. I drove home, and luckily the drive wasn't very far at all. I got home and I passed out. It was maybe a 5 to 6 minute drive. I got home and I passed the fuck out. I just knocked out immediately. I got a good night's sleeping. The next morning I was researching shit. I was Googling. I was like passed out after smoking and like, oh, like what the fuck happened to me? And I was like looking into it. I thought I was like dying, dude. I was like, oh my God, bro. Like, do I have a tumor or some shit? But yeah, turned out I'm okay. I talked to a big doc man about it last time I went in. We're all golden. It hasn't happened since, but it was very strange. I never really quite understood it, and yeah, I don't know. It was just such a weird experience. But either way, hope you guys did enjoy this video. A little bit on the shorter side, but either way, drop a like if you did. And don't forget to follow my Instagram in the description below if you guys want to ask questions for the upcoming Q&As. Once again, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.